and gentlemen, boys and girls. So, I know I haven't been on in a substantial amount of time, and as you notice, you don't see my lovely little grape sitting down here because I've given up, literally given up on trying to get my computer to work with my webcam, whatever you want to call it, web camera, to make videos. Every time I go to make a video, excuse me, um, it stutters, skips, it's crappy, and it ruins the actual video. I'm hoping when I actually show the replay, it doesn't still do it without the camera running. I'm hoping and I'm thinking that's the issue, and I don't know what's wrong with it. But anyways, excuse me. Anyways, I went ahead and I told myself I wasn't gonna get the setter, the tier 7, tier 8, tier 9, or tier 10 of the new light tanks. The tier 7 is the setter, and this is the LHMTV. I wonder if that's like MTV, music television. The tier 7, I really haven't had much of any luck with it at all whatsoever. I've had 2 matches, and I just get erased so fast it's not even funny. This I actually ran twice, and the reason I didn't actually show the first videos on the other one or this one was because the light bulb just kind of clicked on in my head, and I said, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna start doing videos without having my picture down there because I mean, all it does is scare little kids anyways when they see that bald head and all my tattoos. They probably think I'm sitting in prison making YouTube videos or something for World of Tanks. so I'm hoping that when I do the actual replay, like I said, it comes out okay. The first match I had in this was actually the one right before this, and there was a Lynx 6x6 going up the hill. He asked for help. I said affirmative. We got up there, and then he left me hanging high and dry. None of our mediums, not a single medium, went up the hill. I think they got like halfway up there, turned around for whatever reason, or stopped for whatever reason, and left me and the Lynx up there by ourselves. We lit up literally probably half their team, but there was no one there to shoot at them because our mediums that were heading up the hill stopped. So that one, it just wasn't even worth showing. I think I did like 400 damage. Now, normally, I would say, and when I say normally, I mean like 99.95% of the time, when I take a tank out, it is fully upgraded. I rarely, if ever, 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 ever take a tank out that is not fully upgraded. But this LHM TV, I have seen it previously in another match, and the guy did actually pretty good in it. So I thought, what the hell, you know, I'm going to go ahead and take it out and work on getting the experience to get the upgraded, get it upgraded. And with the gun that it has, as long as you're sitting in the back, it is not accurate. .36, not bad, but it could be a whole lot better. But the only thing it's really got going for it with this gun, which is the stock gun off the Tier 7, the fully upgraded Tier 7 gun, but the stock gun on the Tier 8, is the penetration is just good enough as long as you only get like Tier 8s. 180 standard, 220 for your premium APCR. You might be able to go through some Tier 9s inside and rears, but you're really going to struggle through the front. 220, yeah, it's really pushing it. Tier 10, though, forget it. You're looking at sides and rears. Basically, you would probably want to spot and literally only take shots at sides and rears because 220, you're really going to have a trouble going through a lot of your Tier 10s. Anyways, let's just go over it real quick. For this match, I really had a great match. I do like this one a lot more than the Tier 7. Just seems to be a lot more maneuverable. You got 1,000 hit points versus, what is that setter have? It's like 600, something like that. 860. Still not a bad, it's a decent amount of hit points. Yeah, and you can see I won 0 matches in that one. This one I only won 1 out of 2 matches, 50% win rate. Um, once I get the fully upgraded turret, you'll get an extra 50 hit points, so I'll have 1,050 versus 1,000. You have no armor. It's not even worth talking about the armor because literally there just is none. Rate of fire on this gun, being that it's the stock gun for this, is actually pretty good. 11.74 rounds a minute, but you need it because you're only hitting for 135 average damage per shot. The good thing is, though, you've got the penetration to be able to go through some of the eights, sevens, but like I said, you're going to start having trouble with nines and tens. Average damage per minute's pitiful at 1397. I think I got mine at 1585. I thought it was 1600, but close to it. But still, 1600 is way better than 1300. Reload time on mine is 5.11 seconds. Gun traverse is really good at 41.72. Haul traverse is a little bit lacking because my driver is at 94%. I just had really literally no push to really want to do anything with these vehicles, so I'm not wasting the free experience. Normally, I would convert my free experience and literally have the tier 10, but when you see a tier 10 that has 19 shells with crappy penetration, that has nothing going for it, why do you want to really push yourself to get it? It's just not worth it in the long run. Gun depression is great, -10 plus 15, so you're going to have a little trouble shooting up in the air, but you got good gun depression, so that does help out a lot. Aim time's all right at 2.1 seconds. My dispersion is 0.36, like I said, that's okay. 1,000 hit points, like I said, once I get the upgraded turret, that'll go up 50. Armor's a joke. Weight, don't smash in anything because you're about as heavy as a lawnmower. 4.65 tons. Engine power is 140 horsepower, so it's got the same horsepower as the engine in my daughter's Saturn. Specific power to weight's 30.11, pretty darn good. Top speed and forward is 63, reverse is 23, and that'll all go up once the driver is at 100%. Concealment's really good, 29.95, and I've been using these natural covers because that bumps it up to like 30 something. Yeah, 37.2. So it's okay to set in a bush and spot people, and with 37.2, that's pretty darn good. You can actually a lot of times take shots and not get spotted. I got my view range up to 463, but that's with the good old binocular telescopes. Oh yeah, now my concealment. Two of the guys have the concealment perk. This one's 83 and that one's 59, so getting it up there. And the signal range is 600. The view range on this without those binocular telescopes is just pitiful. I think it's 360, 330, something like that. It's really, really bad. So this match we just had, that was a Master Badge Class 3, a Fire for Effect, Bruiser, we got one Bond, and a Confederate. Now remember, this is only hitting for an average of 135 per hit, so it takes a lot of shots to get any damage, and being that that was mostly tier 8s in that match, I shot a lot of, actually, how many tier 8s were there? I could have probably got away with a lot more standard rounds than I'd look at that. Tier 8, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Well, even some of the tier 7s have pretty good frontal armor. So, yeah, I probably could have got away with some standard rounds, but 180, I think it is. Yeah, 180 standard, 220 premium. That's really kind of iffy. So, I don't mind burning the credits. Like, I play for the stats on a lot of the tanks. I don't play for stats like I used to. But I still play for stats when I play, but just not, I mean, I play for more fun than anything now. Centurion 5-1, we hit him one time for 125, knocked out his track, and he got hit for 54 upon us spotting him. P-44 Pantera, we hit him one time for 115, finished him off. The RHM Boris Waffentrager, we hit him twice for 287. When I went over there, I literally drove across the map to go help those guys. And when I got over there, I was a little disappointed because I was pushing the RHM, and if one of the two would have came up there and helped me, I would have been alive to probably help them. But no one did. They sat there, and literally, I got hit by him, and it kind of erased me. The IS, we hit him, and I think we just knocked his track off. At the very beginning, I was kind of getting a feel for the gun, so a couple of my shots really sucked. T29, we hit him one time for 133. The 34-100, we hit him one time for 155. Knocked out his track. Also on the T29, we spotted him. He got hit for 223. The T20, we hit him one time for 137. Knocked out his track, originally spotted him. The T25 AT, we put two shells in him for 272. And the T25-2, we hit him two times for 292 and knocked out his track, and he got spotted and hit for 169. On the T25-2, I thought I was going to have him caught out in the wind. He started coming over the tracks, knocked his track off with his gun literally pointing up in the air. Unfortunately, it had his repair kit, so he was able to back out. So, yeah, if he wouldn't have had that repair kit, I would have been able to sit there and just farm him. So we had third most damage, which was 1516 with one kill. Base experience is 702. Not too shabby considering I'm hitting for 135 average damage with the stock gun. We had 26 hits, 26 shots, 16 hit, 11 pen, 1516 damage. From a distance of more than 300 meters, 542 damage. We got hit 3 times. They all penned us, of course. And we got hit for some splash damage from somebody shooting an HE or Nardi. Probably somebody shooting an HE because I know these things have literally no armor. Yeah, when you're rolling around with 30 armor in the front, turrets, yeah, so-so. But you got 15 in the rear, 20 on the sides. So if they hit you anywhere but the front, you're in deep trouble. We spotted one, damaged 9, destroyed 1. Damage with our systems was 446, and we lost a lot of credits. 52,865, and that's due to the fact that I shot all premium rounds. I got 32. This thing, with this gun, you get 30, 44 rounds. With the other one, I don't know. It doesn't give me a count of the shells. So I gotta wait till I get it upgraded. But I think like your 7, your 8, you got a decent amount of shells. Your 9, you start losing shells, and by the time you're in tier 10, you get all 19 shells, which I think is absolutely ridiculous and asinine of wargaming to stick a tank in the game that only hits for what, 360, 380 or whatever average damage, 390 maybe, and give it 19 shells. I mean, I can understand when they had the 215B 183, but that doesn't average damage at the time, but what, 2,200 per shot? Or average damage was like 1,700 per shot? I mean, 390 average damage with 19 shells, that's a flippin' joke. And to top it off, the penetration isn't that good if I remember right. Matter of fact, let's just take a quick peek. I think we can pull that up. The junk core. The mana junk core. So you get a tier 10 105, 248 standard, 268 premium. Yeah, most of your tier 10s that are a medium or a light tank. Hell, you get 260 something for your standard, and you're up in 300 range for your premium. 390 average damage. I can hold my mouse still. 0.38 dispersion, 1.9 aim time. So once you get a good, your crew set up in there and gun rammer and all that good stuff, you're probably looking at maybe a 0.35, 0.36 dispersion. Your aim time is probably going to be down to about maybe 1.5, 1.6. So, the stats on it aren't too bad, but just 19 shells, that really sucks. Yeah, absolutely no armor. What else can we look at this thing here? Gun traverse is okay. Gun depression -8, that's okay. Average damage per minute 1743, not that good. Wow, 1400 hit points? Doesn't that seem just a wee bit low? Oh, it's a light tank. But still, for a tier 10, 1400 hit points? I mean, you're looking at like tier 8 hit points in that thing. Is this? Yeah, that is the Manicore stats. Wow. Is it? Yeah, it is. The wow. That's sad. That's like shitty. I'm gonna look because maybe I'm out in left field here, and most tier 10s have that 1400 hit points at tier 10, but I don't think so. Um, no armor, 530 horsepower. Oh wow, your specific power to weight's really good, 42.74. Top speed 68 and 4, 25 in reverse. Traverse speed 46.94. That's good. What was the turret? 40, so that's pretty darn good. Concealment 20.52, nothing to write home about. View range 400. By the time you get coated optics and a decent crew in there, you might have that up around 450, 460. So not too bad. Signal range 750, that's pretty standard. I need to look. I really need to know tier 10s, light tanks. Let's see what the average. Whoops. Unready up all this stuff. Tier 10. I guess we can close. Well, we'll close that in a minute. Let's see. Oh, 1500, 1600, 1500. So it's 14 and 16. So it's tied with the AMX 13105 for the lowest amount of hit points at 1400 at tier 10. I really thought your tier 10s had a little bit more in the department of hit points. I didn't realize that they were so low. That just shows you how much I play light tanks. I don't. Or if I do, it's as little as possible because I do not like playing light tanks. Well, if you look at my stats in most of them, and you got to take the win percentage with a grain of salt because, you got 14 other players that you're counting on to help, and, 38, 50, 33, 0. That's 5 matches. And that's one of the better, in my opinion. This is probably the best light tank is a WZ-132-1. The gun's actually really decent. It's got decent reload, decent maneuverability. The dispersion obviously really sucks ass, but these are all the light tanks that they had good stats, and like the day before they were going to release them, they took them and shoved them in the toilet, flushed it, and then they threw them in the tech tree and said, "Here you go. Here's some shitty tanks. Merry Christmas." Um, yeah. Oh, and then the T100LT, 32 matches, 50% win rate. That's another good one. The turret's really 180. You get that thing hauled down, 1.2 aim time. You have really not much to say for gun depression, -5. Reload's pretty good. If I remember right, the pen on this kind of sucks, though. 230 standard, and you go up 18. You go up 18 millimeters of armor penetration from the standard to the premium. And what's the shell cost? Let's see for that 18 extra pen, 880 to 4,400 for all 18 extra millimeters of penetration. And what's the shell speed for your 8? Oh, APCR is your standard. Okay. 1,207. Wow, the velocity for the AP is pretty slow. 790. HE is always slow, but that's even seems like a little bit on the slow side. Huh. But yeah, anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I will have some gameplay for you. We already went over the tank just real quick and some the post-game stats. And my personal opinion, it'll probably be a lot better once I get get it upgraded fully. Right now, it's you're gonna struggle when you're running stock stuff in something. Um, where where did it disappear to? Too many damn tanks. I ought to sell some of these to you guys. I'll sell some of my tanks, half off. Oh no, Wargaming does that to you. That doesn't matter anyways. But anyway, so yeah, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some gameplay for you, so I'll be right back. Oh, if anybody was interested, also the WN8 for that match was 2807. So thought I'd throw that in there. So we're gonna hold on for a minute. I will be right back with some gameplay for you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So here we are on Serene Coast. So I have figured it out. I did just a quick test recording without my lovely grape showing down here. It seems to record perfectly fine. So it's something to do with my high definition camera. I don't know what the issue is, but whenever I try recording and having my little face down here, it just sputters and stutters, and it doesn't record worth a crap. So you just won't have to suffer and see my blinding head and the glare blind you now. So, anyways, so we're taking this LHM MTV with country music and hard rock up here on the hill to see if we can get some early lights for the team. That E25 is bound and determined to beat me up there, and he is gonna. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take a spot over here in a second and see if I can get any spots on the railroad tracks and whatnot. I do come around the corner here. I thought the E25 was going to continue up the hill, but he stops, and you can see that our mediums are heading up there still. Looks like they've only got two mediums heading up there. Obviously, the E25 is probably the one that spotted them. So I'm going to hop in the bush here, see if I can spot anything else that's coming in this area right here and over here. Now, right off the bat, getting kind of used to the gun on this, and I shot several of my first rounds kind of low. I don't want to say really into the dirt. I tried shooting in between the railroad tracks there, and unfortunately was not successful. Just as I shoot him in the side, he turns, so that one bounces, and we get a nice shot into the T25-2, and I shoot into the dirt. So I take a deep breath and kind of work on my aim here, and we start getting some good shots and stuff after I get hit by the Type 62. I was a little surprised that when I shot into the, what was that over there? The IS, I was shooting down. Let's pause this. I was shooting down into his armor up here, down into his frontal armor, so I thought, oh, it's definitely going to pen. But, yeah, it bounced. I was kind of surprised. So, right now, we've got our 14-5, our UD's 14-5, a King Tiger E25 and a T25-2, but it's not going to do me any good in a light tank to sit there and spot these guys, considering they're already spotted, and basically they're just going to keep coming over the hill and spot themselves. So I thought, if anything, I'm going to move over into this area and see if I can get any spots on stuff coming across this way or trying to sneak up through here. That 1357 does not hang around there too long, if I remember right. But anyways, so I'm going to cruise up here and take up a different position. The nice thing about this, it is pretty small. It is very nimble. Oh, I think I actually do try and take a couple shots up here at this stuff. Take the track off the Centurion 5-1. No one shoots into him because he fixes his track. Get a shot into the P44 Pantera, and did I finish him off? I can't tell the way this is screwed up. I don't know if this is because of the having the mods on here, because it doesn't show any vehicles at all. The only way to fix that is if I uninstall all my mods, which when I say all my mods, the only ones that I really have are my penetration, my hit mark mod, and yeah, like right here, you can see that I got hit right there. Normally, I'd have been looking and looking and looking. I probably would have never found where I even got hit there. So I like to keep that on there, but unfortunately, it affects it to the point where you have to look up here. You can see that we've killed one of their tanks and they've killed three of ours. It's a little bit nicer when you can look here and see as they get darkened out. But like I said, I don't know if this is a replay glitch or if it's due to me having any mods on here. But like I said, The only mods that I have on here are a tank carousel mod to give me 3 rows with information about each one of the tanks. It shows a tank, says what it is, what my average damage is, my WN8 for that tank, so on and so forth. And it gives me 3 rows of tanks like that. And with the amount of tanks that I have, it's nice to have 3 rows versus I think Wargaming only does 2. Even if they do 3, it doesn't have the stats for each tank in the carousel. So I got, yeah, I have that, and I have obviously the hit mod, which shows, where you hit, and the one where you can kind of, get out a little bit further, zoom in and zoom out. But, oh, and also the DG's version 2, which is this here, the site mod. So other than those, that's literally all I have. So hopefully it's just a glitch right now, and Aslan's fix it here in the near future. But anyways, let me shut my mouth and get back to the replay. So I see that T20 or excuse me T25 AT. Let it shrink all the way in. I'm a little surprised considering it's supposed to have like a 1.6 some 1.5 whatever aim time. It still seems, yeah, you can see the dirt. I know I missed. So this is the shot I was talking about where I take his track off. Thought I was going to be able to farm him, but he fixes his track. Um, but yeah, so I'm hoping they fix this little glitch in the match or in the game because it's a little bit nicer when you can see exactly what's going on tank wise. Right now we're losing 2-4. We've killed 2 of theirs. They've killed 4 of ours. I do believe I did get the kill on the P44 Pantera. I'm not 100% sure though. I can't remember. And you can see I'm having a hell of a time getting some decent shots, and it seems like every time I just go to shoot, somebody backs up or they move forward. It's like, hold still so I can shoot you, damn it. That IS was in a pretty good position over there because I could not get any shots at him. I imagine I could have probably went and chased him down, but we're losing 4-6 right now, and I'm thinking my best bet is to try and save my hit points for as long as I can because I'm probably going to need him towards the end of the match. So how that shot missed, I will never know. That shot goes right into him and somebody finishes him off. So we spot him and then get the spotting, assisted damage, and also get a shot into him. The T-29, I don't know if he's just oblivious to me sitting here, but he disappears. I'm like, son of a bitch, I should have taken those shots. But our 1357 gets him lit up. I'm able to pop some shells in his keister. I think I got 2 shots into him. I thought I hit him one more time. Maybe I didn't. Thought I did, though. But then I kind of take a peek over here and I say that all that's protecting the side right now is the King Tiger. So I thought, I need to get over here and help him. He's down to 337 health and he's got 2 tanks pushing him. So I need to try and keep him alive if I can possibly do it at all. Unfortunately, when you're only hitting for 135 average damage, it kind of sucks. But the nice thing is you do got a decent reload. But you can see our King Tiger got taken out. I do make a mistake. I go to pull forward and I backed up. Duh. so we take a shot of damage that really wasn't necessary. It happens though. You kind of think you're setting one way and you're setting the other. But so basically, somebody said we could have won if I already didn't suck. I don't really like it. Look at that. Wee wee. Like I said, this thing's pretty maneuverable. I don't like it when people point fingers at people and say, we lost because of you, da 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 da. So anyways, what I'm going to do is kind of tell you what's going on. So our Object 252 Defender, our 1357, our 34-3 are all kind of over here. I'm the only one over here. I'm not going to sit over here in a light tank and get my butt raped. Ain't gonna happen. So what I'm gonna do is I see that the RHM Boris Waffentrager is sitting right there. He by far is got absolutely the biggest gun out of anybody right now, and I want him gone. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try and head over this way. He gets lit up in a minute, and I'm thinking, all right, this is cool. I'm gonna get over there and probably get some help from the team, and we're going to take that guy out. And maybe we can go ahead and get over on their cap, take out their T25AT, and or come back to base and reset and take out these two tanks that are almost dead because the Centurion 5-1 and what the hell else was with him over there? Centurion 5-1 and 34-100 were both, I think, one shots, really low in health. So we've got a good chance of winning this match here as long as we don't screw up and as long as everybody helps each other. Now, I've only got 585 hit points. If the RHM Boar Swap Trigger's got the big gun, I am a one shot for him. So I need to play it safe, try and not drive in front of his gun, and hopefully get some help when I get over there. Now, I'm going to keep it on this third view, so third person view, so you can see how the maneuverability. Turning is a little bit iffy, but that's also because my driver is not at 100%. And also, you can see that it is it's not as flippy as like the Hawk 15 is. Is it the Hawk 15? I think it is. It's that German light tank that it's really super flippy. I think it's the Hawk 15. So the RHM, full health. All I'm thinking is I need to get over there and help these guys erase that tank. Now I'm trying to watch my mini map. The T25AT's right there. I'm not sure if I'm spotted or not. I do not have sixth sense. I think a shell just misses me. But I'm thinking, alrighty. Okay. I'm popping up here. The RHM just got some health taken off him, and he's facing that way. The A1357 is 11 hit points. He's a one shot. 34-3, one shot basically for the RHM. And our only full health is a 252U Defender that's way up here by the base, which is fine because he headed back to base to cover base because he's got armor where I do not. So I'm thinking I'm going to come over here, and between the three of us, we are just going to take this RHM out to dinner. So I roll over here. The first shot I take misses, and I know the gun on that's pretty slow, so I shoot. Now look, the 1357 has 8 rounds, 90 damage per round, and the T34-3 just shot. He's got 198 health, and I believe the 252 Defender can get a shot. Let me see, I don't know if I can get him lit up here. Nah. I believe, actually, I think our 252 Defender ends up taking this guy out. But I'm backing up. The gun, he doesn't have the big gun on there. He's got the 128, which still does like an average of 500, 570, 580 damage per hit. So I'm still a one shot. The 1357 is still a one shot. But the 1357 could have come over here, shot him twice, and taken him out. And it spits him out. I mean, ping, ping, like that. I'm almost loaded. I'm backing up. I'm backing up. I'm trying to outdo his gun there. Artillery hits me and splashes, which in turn knocks my track off. It knocks 32 health, actually, the RHM hit me for 553, and then the Lorraine 5551 there hit me for 32 and finished me off. I thought the RHM actually finished me off, but he didn't. But like I said, the 1357 is literally doing nothing over there but hiding. I've got that. The reload on it is, I believe it's under, at least mine is around 15 seconds or 14 seconds to get fully loaded with the 8 shells. It might even be a lot quicker than that. So he's got to be loaded, and he literally is doing nothing to help me. And it sucks because if he would have came over here and helped, I probably could have been, to see the end of the match alive and kicking. But we're going to go ahead and watch the end of it here. The RHM backs down. The 252 Defender, he is kind of getting double tag teamed over there. But I think he's the one that takes a shot here and hits the RHM in a second. So yeah, the 1357 was loaded because he just went over there and took some shots at one of those tanks over there, or two of them. So the 252 just takes out what was it, Pantera that was over there? Centurion, I think it was Pantera. I can't remember. But anyways, so right now they've got the 25 or the 25 AT and the RHM and an artillery. So they take out the 25 AT, 252 defender. He had a hell of a game. He ended up getting like 5 or 6 kills. He's aiming in, already hits somebody, aims in, he hits the RHM Boris Waffentrager with his whopping 65 hit points and takes him out here in a second. La-di-da, da-da-da. Here comes the fire, the shot. I can feel it coming. Boom, there he goes. So we're going to speed it up a little bit. I thought I stuck with one of the tanks when they were, yeah, I thought I did. So the 252 hits the 34-100, ammo racks him, and he kind of keeps heading up towards our cap, and then, because I told him I got splashed by artillery, I know it came from up in here somewhere. Not sure exactly where, and obviously artillery could have moved. If the shot came from up here, obviously he's got to be in there somewhere. I'll put it at normal speed. But they did an all right thing because they split 3 ways among the map. We got 5 minutes, 50 seconds. Plenty of time to find artillery as long as he doesn't have some super good hiding spot. And, you know, he's at that angle at the very side. He's in the center, and but you know, he could have been in here somewhere or way back here. But anyways, they're all kind of split up, which is fine, like I said, because it's just an artillery. And, you know, artillery, especially the French artillery, doesn't hit really for crap. So even if you were to hit the 252U defender on a direct hit, it probably wouldn't do but 40 damage. So he gets lit. He knows that artillery's around here somewhere, and shazam, he's lit, and bam. Checkmate, and we win. Ta-da! Do-do-do! Super 252. But anyways, yeah, so that is with the little, I can't remember what the hell tank it's called that I had now. We'll call it the MTV. It's something rather TV, LHMTV or whatever it is, light tank. I actually do like it. I didn't think I was going to like it at all, and I think I'll like it a lot more once I get the upgraded gun on there. But I'm really contemplating whether or not I even want to get the 9 and 10. The 10 is really, unless they up the amount of shells that gets, I can honestly say I know I will not get the tier 10. I am not going to waste 20 or 30 some or 200 or 300 some thousand, whatever it is, experience on a tank that has 19 shells, that does 390 average damage, that there's no way in God's green earth if it comes down to it and you need to carry your team, you know, and you're the only one left. 19 shells just is not going to hack it. Not unless you do not do anything and you set in the very back through the whole map and it gets down to maybe 2 tanks or 3 tanks that are, you know, half dead. Well, then you can carry your team. But if you're making shots throughout the whole match, yeah, forget it. It's just not going to happen. So, anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. I'll try and get doing some videos. Like I said, I figured it out to the fact that you just won't be able to see my lovely shiny grape because something to do with my camera is what was causing the issue with the recordings, because it would be playing like this and it'd go and then it'd be moving and I'd be like and it would go a little and then it would play a little bit and it was really annoying as hell. I wasn't gonna put a video out that you guys would watch for 2 minutes and be like, not even 2 minutes, probably last about 30 seconds, be like, what the hell? Yeah, it's just not worth putting videos out if the quality is shit. So unfortunately, you won't be able to see my beautiful face, but anyways, at least you'll be able to see some videos and hear some awesome gameplay calling from moi. Anyways, you guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.